Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murder of Karina Mitchell. Mitchell died on Tuesday, May 29, 2007 at 62nd and Main Streets in LA's Florence neighborhood, according to LA County coroner records. Jason Martin was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. The following is the evidence at trial. Karina Mitchell and Manuel Figueroa were engaged to be married. On May 29, 2007, at approximately 8 p.m., Mitchell and Figueroa drove to 62nd Street and Main Street in LA to get dinner at a neighborhood taco truck. Mitchell's 11-year-old daughter Brianna and the couple's 5-year-old son Jacob accompanied them. The couple parked their Honda in a parking lot next to the taco truck. The area was well lit and approximately 10 persons were present. Mitchell was wearing her diamond engagement ring and a gold necklace and carrying a designer purse. The parking lot was in the area claimed as the territory of the 66 East Coast Crips, an African-American street gang. While the children ate their meals in the backseat of the car, Figueroa waited for his and Michelle's food at the truck. Michelle walked back to the car with the family's drinks. Michelle placed the drinks on top of the car and reached into her purse. Suddenly, Brianna and Figueroa heard a gunshot, and Michelle fell to the ground. Figueroa observed Martin running from between the Honda and another car with a gun in his hand. He heard 2 more gunshots as Martin ran towards 62nd Street. Figueroa hurried to the car where the children were screaming. He found Michelle on the ground, non-responsive, bleeding from a gunshot wound to her head. Gomez was visiting his friend Nelson Ramos at an apartment building located on 62nd Street and Main Street. Just before the shooting, the 2 men were standing on Ramos's narrow balcony. Both Gomez and Ramos saw Martin walking out of a nearby alley into the taco truck parking lot. Because Ramos's daughter was crying, the 2 men walked back inside the apartment. Shortly thereafter, they heard a gunshot and returned to the balcony. Both men observed Martin running back towards the alley. As Gomez and Ramos watched, Martin stopped by the entrance of the apartment building's parking lot, looked up at the balcony, aimed, and fired a single gunshot at them. Gomez and Ramos dove to the floor inside the apartment. Ramos looked out the window and observed Martin fleeing in the alley. Michelle died from a bullet wound to her forehead. Stippling around the wound showed that she had been shot at close range. Michelle's necklace had been broken. The necklace and her engagement ring were discovered in her jacket. A broken clasp from the necklace was found nearby. Her Dooney and Burke purse was on the ground, open, and some of the contents were scattered. An expended bullet was found beneath her leg. 2 9mm cartridge cases were recovered from the scene. One from the flatbed of a truck next to Michelle's body, and the second in the middle of 62nd Street where Martin was observed running. Detective Eric Spear calculated the distance between the point below the balcony and the spot from which Martin fired was 77 feet. The day following the murder, the LA City Council offered a $50,000 reward for information regarding the crimes and publicized the reward via a flyer. As a result of a call to a homicide hotline, Martin was identified as a suspect and a 6-pack photographic lineup containing his photograph was prepared. Figueroa, Ramos, Gomez, and Sanchez identified Martin in the photographic lineup. Gomez also identified Martin in the live lineup at the preliminary hearing and at trial. Martin was arrested on June 21, 2007. In his bedroom closet, officers discovered a backpack emblazoned with East Coast Crip gang writing, a notebook containing East Coast Crip writings, a photograph, one of which showed him making an East Coast Crip gang sign. Officer Jesse Drankan, a gang expert, testified regarding the customs, genesis, primary activities, hand signs, graffiti, and predicate crimes of the East Coast Crips. The gang is a large, predominantly black gang with approximately 2,500 members and numerous subsets. One of the subsets, the 66 East Coast Crips, claim as its territory the area in which the crimes took place. One of the gang's primary rivals in 2007 was Florence, a Hispanic gang which claimed territory bordering East Coast Crip turf. In 2007, the 2 gangs had an ongoing turf war that had resulted in numerous homicides and assaults on both sides. Gangs function by controlling the territory and the criminal activity transpiring within, by instilling an atmosphere of fear and intimidation within the community. Following the trial, the jury convicted Jason Martin of first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted premeditated murder. Martin was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 2 terms of life in prison plus 45 years. Karina Mitchell was 31 years old at the time of death.